只有共赢才是真正的赢家。
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls. Any boys and girls here?
Yes!
I think after age now we become boys and girls, right? Okay, I think I haven't been speaking in Singapore for 1 year, in Millionaire Summit. I realized Singapore is getting crowded. Yeah? Not only outside is crowded, over here is also very crowded. And I realized that Singapore is getting hotter. Yeah? Not only the weather is hot, over here in this room is also very hot. Well, we have this room all packed, but I realized that we have another 2 rooms, one downstairs and the other one on the 3rd floor. Right, all these people are actually listening to the broadcast. Shall we give all these people a warm applause? I know some of you are not very comfortable in this room because many of you are standing up, right? Some of you regretted coming. Why do I have to stand here for 3 hours? Right? Yes, ma'am? I know that some of you did complain inside that you're not comfortable. But I think there are a lot of people downstairs and those people on top, right, on the upstairs. But in fact, they are even more uncomfortable. Sometimes, they cannot hear properly, right? Breaking voices. I think we shall give them a warm applause again. And for some of you who are standing here in this room, right? Again, really, I know that this is not very comfortable. Give yourself a warm applause for coming here. Before I start my sharing, just a quick check over here. Do you have any new friends here? New friends today come for the first time here. First time. I see a lot of new faces here. Shall we give all these new friends a warm applause? So for those of you who did not put up your hands, that means you are old friends, right? Yeah? Where are you old friends? I still see some hands, not raised up. I don't know whether you are new or old. Or you cannot decide whether you are new or old. Right, doesn't matter, right? Whether you are new or old, right? I think today we have a lot of new people over here. Right, let me introduce myself. My name is Rayne. Rayne is in R-A-Y-N-E, not R-A-I-N. I don't come from Korea. I was born in Malaysia. But I've been staying in Singapore for the last 28 years. So I'm like, more than half Singaporean. Because I was staying in Malaysia for 12 years. But I stayed in Singapore for 28 years. No, 29 years to be exact. So I was more Singaporean than Malaysian. Well, I started this business about 12 years ago. This is my 13th year in the business. My first career was actually in insurance. Right? I think some of you, I'm not sure whether we have any people from financial industry. Right? Anyway, I was there for about 5 years. Right? I think this afternoon we have a lot of new faces. Let me introduce myself. Right? Why I get involved in this business and what is my background. I'm not a secret society member, so. Well, just like an ordinary person, graduate from school, just looking for opportunity. And like I was graduate from NUS, National University of Singapore. I used to be major in economics and Japanese studies, but I can't speak Japanese right now. It was too long ago. Well, and after I graduated from school, I actually went into insurance. I know that we have a lot of people here who are actually employed, working for people. I was a little bit special and unique because before I graduated from school, I never thought of having a job, getting an employment. In fact, I haven't written a single employment letter in my life, and I do not know how to write a resume. So I was always very thankful that I do not have this business, otherwise I would not get employed. Right, because I cannot write a good resume, I don't have any track record. The reason why that even I never get involved in employment, even before I graduated from school, right? Because I read some books, a lot of success books just before I graduated from school. They told me that getting a job stands for just over broke. So I don't want to be broke, right? So I didn't choose, to get employed. And someone actually came to the school, right? Some of my seniors who graduated from NUS, and I used to be major in economics, right? They will be involved in the financial industry, financial planning, for more than 5 or 6 years. They were very successful, came back to school to share about the career of insurance. So I was at a crossroad, actually I was, graduate. So I was looking for opportunity. So when they shared with me about the good prospects of the financial planning industry, I was sold. Right, I was sold not because I love to sell insurance. Nobody likes to be involved in sales. Agree? Right, I think many of you are the same thing. I do not like to be involved in sales. I was not born to be an insurance agent or financial planner. I was not born to be a salesman. Right, because when I was born, 41 years ago, I'm not age. Right, and my mom looked at me, this new baby. Right, it doesn't write, this is going to be a top insurance agent.
Why we always clap
no, right?
in our life?
My forehead did not indicate that I'm going to be a top network marketing leaders right now. Right? Same for you, whether you're doctors or lawyers. The reason why we end up in whatever profession we are in today is because of the choices we make. You agree? Like why you chose to be involved in engineering course, and why you chose to be in medicine or law, agree? Because you chose it. So at the same time, before I graduated from school, right? I'm not looking for a job, but I want to look for an opportunity that can change my life.
Most importantly,
I'm looking for a long-term solution. Right, that is why I'm very special because I never look for a job, because I really wanted to look for something that can solve me long-term. I do it once, I get settled for the rest of my life. Right, so when I was presented about insurance career, I was really excited because I saw a lot of people involved in the industry was really successful. I know nothing about insurance, I know nothing about financial planning, but I have the intention to become like all those successful people. Right, they drive big cars, stay in a big house. For young people like me, I was then 23 years old. I want to be successful like any one of you over here. Right, and looking at all the seniors, they're just as normal as me. And some of the people involved in their insurance industry, I look at them, they don't even have a university graduate degree. So I thought, if being a university graduate, I should be better than them. So that's how I started the business. I was there for 5 years. Right, it was a fantastic experience because prior to that, I have no selling experience before. I would say that insurance is the toughest product for you to sell. You sell with paper.
This is the meaning in what we do.
Right? So someone told me that if you are able to sell insurance, you can sell anything. Is that true? I think quite true to a certain extent, because one piece of paper can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars or even more. Right? So it's very, very not easy. But I was there for 5 years, even though it's not easy. I learned a lot of things from there. Very thankful and very grateful for that industry for grooming me to what I am today. So the reason why I changed the industry about 12 years ago, because something drastic happened in Singapore. Not earthquake, no tsunami. We are always a blessed country, right? So the reason why drastic things that happened in Singapore was actually, the Singapore government actually reenacted the MLM Act, Multi-Level Marketing Act. It was used to be an illegal pyramid selling or pyramid business model. So prior to June 2000, it was actually an illegal business activity. Meaning that 12 years ago, we cannot gather so many people over here just to talk about network marketing business opportunity or even our products. This is not possible. So anything related to network marketing or multi-level marketing, it was illegal. You may end up in jail. Right? For all of you over here, I look at most of you, you look so decent, right? You don't want to get involved in something that's illegal, right?
This is the meaning.
Right? Even though you want to make a lot of money, but you realize I can see the integrity in you, right? You want to make sure that you get involved in something that's legal. Yes or no? Yes. I was just like you. Right? I saw an opportunity there because I realized that being staying in Singapore for 20 years, I know Singapore, all along have been a good government, right? And for so many years, they have banned this industry. Suddenly, they open up the industry. There must be some reason. Yeah. Some of you came over here this afternoon. I know that some of you are very skeptical. I was just like you, 12 years ago. Very normal to be skeptical, right? But when the same thing, when you get more information and learn more about this business opportunity, right, you will make the decision. whether you want to get involved or you choose not to get involved. It's very common. It's either yes or no. Yeah? So I was just like you. I was asking myself, right? For a person like me, if I make a decision on any venture, it's going to impact myself, my life, and my family members. Agree? How about a nation?
What do you see?
If a nation makes a decision on policies or new industries, it's going to impact a lot of lives, a lot of citizens in the country. Do you agree?
Yes.
So do you think that they will be more prudent and more careful in their decision-making process? Yeah? So I saw a big turning point then, but a lot of people are very skeptical about it until today. They are still very skeptical. Right? So basically, I saw the opportunity there because Singapore government, being a very prudent and very effective government, they've been planning for 30 years in this industry. How come they suddenly open? There must be more economic benefits or even social benefits than the social cost or economic loss to the nation overall. That's why they open up. So I came in the very economic perspective because I used to be major in economics.
Have you ever asked this?
Right? Economics usually what we do is that we based on the past result and we forecast the trend in the future.
So
that's for me, I was being trained in this kind of mindset. I was not born to sell the skincare products. I was not born to sell healthcare products. I know nothing about all these products.
Many people will tell me,
but I saw the future.
Lillian,
I saw the trend.
like you.
Right, I saw that what's going to happen 10 or 20 years from now with this opening up of this new industry in Singapore. Right, I start to have a vision. I begin to think. Right, 10 or 20 years down the road, there will be more, whether you like it or not, there will be more and more people using this kind of products. Right, distributed through network marketing business model.
The lion.
Agree? Yes. Right, this has already happened in a lot of mature countries like US, in Europe, in Japan, in Korea. The nearest neighbor of our countries, right, the country that I was born in, Malaysia. Right, if you go to any house of a Malaysian, you will find a direct selling company product. Either you find in the kitchen, or you will find in the fridge, right, or you will find in the washroom, or you will find in the bedroom. Right, so but of course, this business has been around in Malaysia for more than 40 years. They have a history. So I begin to think, right, as this new industry started to grow in Singapore, and what will happen 10 or 20 years down the road, there will be actually a wealth transfer from people who are using a lot of other skincare brands, or healthcare brands, or personal care brands, and eventually, if the products are good, they may actually eventually switch the trends. And during this conversion or this transfer, wealth are being transferred to another pocket. This is how I analyze it, right? Well, if I want to get involved in this industry, I'm not coming in for short term, right? I'm not a short term player, I'm a long term player. Right? So I want to imagine that 10, 20 years, 30 years down the road, because when I make a decision to join this industry, I was 28 years old. So 28 years old, if I want to stay in this industry for 30 years, I'm only 60 years old. Am I right? Right, so I want to make sure I want to maximize whatever I put in, my input, and I get, the benefits long term. So I look at all the industry. If you look at all the industry today, right, whatever industry you name it, at the early stage, it's always, in China it's called now, very rowdy. Very happening. There are a lot of brands, a lot of choices coming to the market. But eventually you realize that when they reach a maturity, right, the top 5 brands, right, they will capture almost 70% or 80% of the market share. Whether you like it or not. Whether you talk about handphone, today you look at the 5 major brands, they probably capture about more than 70 or 80%. Right, look at sports shoes. The same thing, the top 5 brands, they probably compose about 70% or 80% of market share. But what happens if you represent a brand that is diminishing or eventually they vanish?
Now let me teach you a special.
You are not benefiting for long term.
It's called die.
So that is why that over the last 12 years ago when I first started this business, selection of company to me is very crucial. I want to represent a company or a brand that will still be around 10, 20, 30 years and even 100 years down the road. Why? Because I know I'm going to put in a lot of effort. Right, over here I'm going to share with you, it's not free lunch. If you came in here, you think that you're going to be a millionaire, just listening to me, that's nonsense. That is not true, right? You realize that if you want to become successful in anything you do, you're going to put in effort. Agree? Right, I don't mind putting in a lot of efforts, but I want to make sure that I get high payoff at the end of the day. I'm a very greedy person. Not that I want to make money, but I want to be long term. Right, at the same time, I'm off position, that means I'm not active anymore. I still want to collect the money.
I didn't bring my
So that's why my friend always tell me that
so
you're
I
very
can only
greedy.
hear you. Come on, show me.
Right? And mostly you realize that not only you become successful, you want a lot of people to
Wow,
recognize
I
you.
just hear roaring
That's what they tell
of
me.
a lion.
Right? But that is a byproduct. I never thought of
Well
that before. Right? I was just thinking of becoming successful. So
I
that's why
like
when
that.
this kid came in, 12 years ago,
How can you
for a lot of
help
companies, MLM companies, direct selling companies came to Singapore because Singapore today has become the easiest, the lowest barriers of entry to start an MLM company.
Then first,
Meaning that you and I can start an MLM company tomorrow.
it's a muscle.
It's that easy. The barriers of entry is so low. Unlike in China, right, you're going to get a direct sales license, you probably have to invest more than $100 million US. To kickstart, to start a business. So that is why the barriers of entry is so low. There are a lot of brands, a lot of companies.
How I started.
Right, some are black ships,
Okay.
some are really, horrible companies. So over the last 12 years, there are good success stories like me. At the same time, there are a lot of bad
One
stories.
question I would
That
like
people
to
get
take
cheated.
home today is
People get
why
caught, right? Due to some, the products are not good, probably sometimes they even hurt people. And worse, due the opportunity did not last.
No, we
Like money game or pin
study
scheme.
many years.
Right, so when I saw this business,
But
12 years ago, I know where's the money.
Very few people ask
Right, the
us
money
this
is not a
question.
short-term money.
Why
Money is a
must
long-term
you
money,
be
and it's
successful
rescuable.
in life?
So that is why that I'm very sensible. I was very rational when I started the
Think of
business.
this question.
Right, I know that this is going to bring me a long term. So that's how I started. So a lot of people who came in just for business, for career, but to me, it was more like a life-changing
Now
opportunity.
imagine.
Right, it was just more like something that I do it, right, I get it done for the rest of my life.
You know I don't
So
like China.
that is, I would say about positioning. I position different compared to a lot of people who
It's
started.
alright, I can speak English.
I did not position myself to be a direct seller selling skincare products.
Is this an attitude
Right?
that
Well,
we
everything starts from
advocate?
sales.
No.
Right? There's a saying goes, all great entrepreneurs are great
It is
salesmen.
time. It is
You agree?
time we think about
But not
this
all great
question.
salesmen are great
Why
entrepreneurs.
must we?
Yeah?
Be
So it's a
successful
sales is foundation and I wanted to start a business. Right? So I chose New Skin for the last 12 years. Well, that has become history. And what is more important and exciting over here this afternoon, I'm going to share with you about something that is happening right in Shake Shop. Right, which I see myself for the next 5 to 10 years, it's going to be very exciting. Well, like I shared with you, right, 12 years ago when I first started, I know nothing, just like you. Right, I'm not born to do this business, but I saw some track record, I saw some statistics, right, because we always look at the statistics and track record. Right, and I saw this magazine, Success Magazine in the 90s, that actually reported that this industry has created more millionaires than a lot of industry. And the rate of growth of creating millionaires through the network marketing business model has become faster and faster. Well, IT is also one of the fastest growing. Well, and of course, in terms of recreate millionaires, and this is our boss, Greg Ronnie. Why? Because in the 90s, we are one of the fastest growing companies. And the rate we create millionaires was so fast. Right, and we featured in a lot of major magazines. And when I read about New Skin, it was listed in the New York Stock Exchange under the stock symbol of NUS. NUS stands for National University of Singapore. Right, stands for New Skin Enterprises. Well, so being listed in NYSE, it was pretty transparent. I downloaded all the financial reports, for all the country, all the past years. Right, I want to look at this company. Is it a strong company? Because I'm going to invest a lot of time over here. I want to make sure I get paid off for the rest of my life. Right, give you one example. I think most of you buy insurance policy. Any one of you do not buy insurance policy? Don't worry, just put up your hands. I don't sell insurance anymore. Right, see, none of you, right? Most of you, or say that all of you buy insurance policy, but why do you buy insurance policy? Don't know. People buy, I buy.
She was working so hard.
Most of the time it's true. Right? How many of you still remember the fine print and the agreement inside the insurance policy? Did your insurance agent tell you exactly, right, or so detailed about the fine print, all the things being stated in the policy? No, you only sell the benefits, right? And most of the time you are sold not because you know everything inside about the product. Most of the time you're bought because you want the protection. Right? You believe that if anything happens to you, because your family members got something. Agree? If nothing happened to you, you also got something. So good, right? Yes, no? So that's why most of the time you buy. But have you ever thought that if one day, right, you are diligently putting monthly, maybe $500 or $1,000 every month for 10 or 20 years or 30 years, long-term commitment, what happens if one day insurance company collapses?
So if you ask me, What
and
is
still
my
pay you.
power besides the
A lot of
power
people say
of
not
God?
possible lah.
What gives me the
Right, because it never happened before.
DDMMI spirit
But it
is
was
my
close to
love for my
2009.
family. And I'm sure
Right,
we
because of
all
financial
love our
crisis,
family. Am I
some insurance
right?
company got into trouble.
We
The
all
reason why
want
we
to
have the
give them a
behavior
better
or
life.
actions to park money,
So I started
our hard-earned
my
money in
business.
insurance policy, because we
And I
believe,
think,
we believe that by putting money on it, right, 5, 10, 20, 30 years down the road, we will get paid.
No problem.
Yes or no?
And
Right,
honestly,
I will tell you
I
what,
started New
if one
Zealand
insurance company were to collapse, it
and
will
I'm
change all
40
paradigm
to
and
this.
mindset immediately.
Gosh,
You
time
agree?
flies.
Yes, same for banks. Right, you put money in the banks, what makes you so sure that the bank won't go
I
bankrupt?
was so
And you get rid of
enthusiastic.
money. So
And
far,
my
haven't happened yet
friend,
in
my
Singapore.
classmate, was
Right, if one day you realize that one Singapore bank will
nutrition
collapse,
products are expensive.
most of us will end up putting our money
I
under a
haven't even
pillow.
started with H.
Because it's safer.
I still remember.
Right, we never do that right now.
Classmate,
Yeah? But you realize that a lot of times our actions follow our belief.
she declined me on the
So why did I
spot.
choose this company? Because I'm going to put in a lot of
How many of you
efforts
have
monthly,
similar
yearly.
experience? Your
I want to
best
make sure
friend,
that 10, 20, 20 years, 100 years down the
reject you
road, or even the
on
next
the
generation,
spot.
they will still getting the
Does it
dividends and the payoff.
Does it hurt?
So look at the track record of this company, pretty impressive. The track record. The top 8 hyper-growth company, right? In the US, there are less than 8 companies are termed hyper-growth company. Right? The definition of hyper-growth company means that for the first 10 years in the business, the retail volumes exceed more than 1 billion US.
You know, last time.
Right, some of the brands that own, right, companies like Microsoft, IBM, right, Reebok, Walmart, right, Apple, right, these are all the big, Home Depot, right, these are all the big brands in the United States. And none of them is actually network marketing company, and New Skin is the only network marketing company to make it the top 8 hyper-growth company. Shall we give New Skin a profile of that? So, why is this important to me? I don't know about you, to me it's very simple. If I want to become successful, I want to become successful fast. I do not want to wait until 70 years old and become successful.
Join me.
You agree? If you could become successful even early age, why not, right? But if you are riding on a platform or a company that you work with, they are growing slowly. How can you grow fast? So if you want to know your future, it's very easy. Look at the boss.
Aunties. Awesome, right?
Right? Or look at the people sitting in front of you.
Join me.
Or if not, or look at the people sitting inside the
She
room.
quitted right after.
Right? Because that will be your future. If your boss realize that eventually get fired,
She's a blue diamond
then
and
you
she
know
has
your
a
future is
new
going to get
$1 million
fired.
circle member to be recognized today.
right? It's very easy to tell your future, but most of the time you realize that we don't accept the
from
fact
Indonesia.
we are reluctant to change. So when I look into this company, the top 8 top 8 hyper-growth company, how many times do we have a chance? How many times in our life do we have chance to partner with a company like Walmart, Microsoft, Apple? We have no chance.
So you know, with
I
what
mean, we
happened,
talk about employment
I was
opportunities.
forced to go
Or
to
even really
Malaysia.
partnership.
I was forced.
But in this company, you realize that they're top 8 hyper-growth company. That means
Malaysia will be
if they get
easier.
involved in this company,
Because
right, when
Malaysia,
they move very fast,
it's
they will push me up.
直销王国. It's a MLM
It's not because I'm
country.
smart.
That's
Right,
why
I'm just being
you know,
pushed up, that's all.
people, you know,
So I have a
with
higher
this
probability
platform.
by working with a
So
hyper-growth
I
platform.
started.
And of course, in this company, they are
Thinking that the
rated
market
by
is
Dun &
good.
Bradstreet, one of the financial rating
And
agencies,
you know what happened?
rated at 5A1, and 5A1
Every day
is the
after
top,
work,
the highest rating.
I reached Malaysia,
Right? If you look at in the US, there are less than 1% of the company being rated 5A1.
After 12 midnight.
For some of the famous brands that you know, HSBC, Toyota, whatever big brands, you'll be surprised they're not even 5A1. Or some of them not even 5A2.
It was so awesome.
So this actually tells the strength, the financial strength, why this is so important to me.
In a mall.
Not just about the product.
Until the
Because I
mall
want to make sure
closed
they
down.
pay me for the rest of my
I
life.
think my power is
Until the next generation. Right? And they have to be sound. And of course the next question, the next thing Golf magazine reported that this company's 100 most
now
trustworthy
I
companies.
know why I didn't make it.
Right?
last time.
Trustworthy companies means that, right, we can
Those
trust the
good old
products.
days,
You can
there's no
trust the company has got
Doesn't
integrity. If you
exist yet.
you build your business, they will pay you
There's no
commission.
Facebook, no Instagram.
Right, we hear a lot of sad stories in the network marketing industry whereby you build up a business, build up an organization, but they don't pay you commissions.
That's how I started.
There's just too many these kind of stories around in the market.
Yeah.
Why? Because we did not
It
choose the
cost
right
me
company.
40
Right, and the last
cents.
one,
Today you
right, this
can
is
just
something to
send
do with us.
multiple videos to
these
and
small
fro.
things has got nothing to do with us.
And you know,
Right? This is
So
something
I
that
started
excited me
vibration
more.
market.
Because at the
One
base of the
day,
current business
I
plan,
met a stranger
our compensation plan,
in
right,
a-
every
in a
5
building.
days we
He's from
create one new
insurance.
millionaire.
So I was like so
No clap.
excited.
So you have to get involved in multi-level marketing business or your marketing company. You look at your company that you
So there
work
was
right
this
now,
road, it
right?
was pitched
How
up,
fast
and the
they
GPS
create new
went out
millionaire
of
in your
signal.
current platform. So like I told you, I was not born to get involved
And
in
you know
this
what I
business,
I
right? This is just a platform or vehicle to me to achieve my financial goals.
Because Christopher
Right? So and this
Columbus
is
said
getting
the
faster.
world is
Right, let's see the next
round.
slide. Till today, for the last 28 years, we've paid out $9 billion commission.
Because there's only
9
one
billion.
way.
Some
One way
countries
is
do
to
it.
go away. And the beautiful part is still, I wish I
Well,
could
we are a published
understand.
company where we announce all this, we disclose all these things. $9 billion US commission being paid out, that means that they feed a lot of millionaires.
And then
Agree?
I was so
Meaning that they create a lot of millionaires. Right? And there are only two companies that create more millionaires than Newscape. Right? One is Google, the other one is Microsoft. And we all know that these two are big brands, very famous countries, very famous companies. And well, you know, when I get to know about these two companies created the most number of millionaires, but I think I don't have a chance. First, I don't have the best degree
how
that can
fast
make
they can
results.
make their money.
So for me to get enrolled into these two
There's
companies,
no
it's
genuine
not easy.
product. They
You know,
sell
it's really the
drinks,
top
they
of the
sell
cream,
food.
then they're able to get
That's
enrolled in
about
these
it.
two companies,
You
yeah.
know, we call
So if your
it
company is a small
scam
setup
or
and they
damage
realize that
control.
there's
And I
no,
was so
you know, the compensation plan, there's no chance to become a millionaire, and we work there for 30 years, we will not become successful. It's not how hard we work,
And
it's just
it's
choices
my
we make.
first experience in news.
So but the thing is that these two companies,
I really don't know what
the
they're
barriers
doing.
of entry is so high because the
But
qualification is so
one
high.
thing
How many of you actually
I
work with
know
Microsoft and
for
Google? Please
sure.
put our hands.
Newscape is
We have close to about 1,000 people here. Look at around you.
test of time.
Out of 1,000 people, none of them actually came from Google and Microsoft. So what is the odds of you becoming a millionaire through employment?
I have a belief
The
system
probability is too low, right?
that anything
Right, just in this room, you talk about
that you
Newscape
need
platform,
to
there are so many millionaires
restart
already.
after a few years is never
Google and Microsoft big into the stocks, many times the pre-IPO stocks or some of the stock
It's
options.
never big.
Right, so you got the right timing. Sometimes you got toilet cleaner in Microsoft in the early days before they get listed, you will become a millionaire. Every time I share this, a lot of people get very excited. Tomorrow onwards, I'm going to apply for a toilet cleaner job. Right, toilet cleaner job makes you a millionaire, but you got to choose the
And
right
I
company.
know, I do not
Also at the right time. If you go to become, if you tomorrow you're going to apply to become a toilet cleaner in Microsoft, you don't become a millionaire anymore. You understand what I mean? It's all about timing. Right? And new scheme done with cash, it means through our commission. Our commissions are in cash. Right? When I first started 12 years ago, I just want to become successful. I don't bother. Right? 12 years from now, I begin to realize that New Skin is a great platform.
Some of us
Why?
in
Because
this
this is a
room,
company
maybe
that
are at
embraces
the
all.
point that I was
It's not easy to embrace and accommodate so
Long time
many
ago.
people. You know why? Because in
when
New
I
Skin,
was
if you
down
check,
and
right,
under,
the people who get involved, they don't have to be
I
a degree
asked
holder.
myself this question.
You don't have to be a
few
top high
years
IQ
later,
of 250. Well, that's
When
really
you know
too
you're
smart.
going to be a $10
You realize that you see all kinds of people
circle
becoming very
member,
successful. Some of them are not
what are
even
you
very
going to tell
educated.
yourself today?
Right? To me, when I first started, I thought that not
Really?
educated, you know, I look down on them. But now I begin to
So
appreciate.
I know
Because in life, you've learned
that
that
I'm
not
going to be
everybody
a
can
10
study.
million or a $20 million
Agree?
circle member.
If you're blessed with the academic results, you're
So
good,
I
you know,
told
results are
myself
good,
I
you know,
must
you're blessed.
persist.
But most of the time, you
I
realize that a
must
lot of
not
people,
give up.
they have not good
You know,
academic
and
results,
I
and they
use
also
my
want to become
persistence
successful.
to beat resistance.
Does it mean that if they do not have good results, they cannot become successful?
And in the second 7 years,
Not true, right? But these two
I spent
platforms
more time,
have
1 year
outcast
honeymoon, 1 year
all
I
these
took care of
people.
my son,
Because if you do
and
not
I
have good
bring my
grades,
son for
good
holidays
performance in the
30
school, you have no
countries,
chance to get
and
into
yet
it.
I
But for New
achieved
Skin,
10
I think they have
times the
big heart.
result.
Right,
So
none of
what
you actually
we
join New
want
Skin
in a
member, they request
business
you to see your degree.
is
Which
that you
university?
don't need to always restart.
No, right?
And
Over the
you
time you
can
now become a millionaire, you're going to
accumulate
check with you,
your
right?
success.
Are you coming from a good school? MBA? You have
And
MBA?
this is what you
Or DBA? No, they don't bother. So I realized that over the last year, I began to appreciate this platform because they embrace all. As long as you have the
And
intention, right, you have desires, everybody is equal.
Long time ago,
Well,
when I was in Malaysia, when
after I made a
when I
decision
lived
to start a
in KL
business,
for 2 years,
problems
I
start to
rented
arise.
an apartment.
You see, the best thing in life is that you make any changes.
Okay? And what
Right?
exploded
That is why that most of the
was
time
getting
you're very comfortable and complacent.
Okay.
Because we do not
Because
changes.
I
Agree?
faced a lot
Because
of
when you make changes in your job
and you know what
and looking
happened?
for the opportunity,
They
you
tell
realize
me
that you start to
Malaysia
feel
has
uncomfortable.
big airport. I say, what do you
Right?
mean?
You start to think that, well, no, it's not
Fly
something
you
routine
every
work
day.
that you do. It's the same thing like me. I used to be in Asian
Singapore
economics.
English, it means
Right? And my
okay,
previous industry was in financial
but they
planning.
never
I
show.
was more like a financial guy.
Okay?
And you see, started with a
That's why
skincare
I
company.
know all
And they sell
the-
skincare in Singapore. Oh my God.
Because when there's no appointment, I went to find good food.
What a gentleman like me,
Okay.
right? I never studied skincare before.
Till
I'm not a
today,
skincare therapist or
I
specialist.
remember
I'm not a,
vision
you know, I'm not a, this, what they call it,
when I was
I don't
miserable.
open a beauty salon.
I told myself
For me to get involved
that
in nail
one
skin and
day,
selling skincare products,
every street,
it's so
every
tough.
lane,
Because I
every
don't have good
exit
complexion.
on the highway.
So when I first started
there's
nail skin,
going to
I did
be
not
nail
dare to
skin
share with all my close
professional.
friends. Because
There's
they'll
going
probably
to
tell
be
me that,
H-lock,
笑料，
every
跑
corner.
尿派料。You know, there is something wrong. Right? Because they know, right? All these years and I don't have good complexion. Why do you end up selling skincare products?
Alright, so my dear
And that's why I want to share with you earlier on and why I made the
Don't
choice.
just do new
But I made the
things.
choice not just because I want to sell
For
skincare
something
products. I
bigger
made the choice
than
because I believe this platform can change my life.
You know,
There is a
and
difference.
for love of your
Right?
family.
And when you start to make a
And
decision,
after
you
that,
start to take
I went
action,
to
problems start to
Indonesia
come.
market. Okay?
I started to use
Because
new skin products and
Indonesia
guess what
is
happened?
the biggest
Right?
Southeast
All the
Asia.
people start
Is
to
it
throw
true?
out.
And I was telling myself, I just want to
When I was told about new skin products, I know nothing about skincare like I told you.
Okay.
They told me
So
that
I
all
went
the
to
ingredients
Suntec
inside are all
City.
the good, none of the bad.
I know tomorrow a lot of
But I really don't know about all those, you know, humectants or
There was
whichever
an
ingredients inside. I really don't know.
franchise
But I know the
exhibition.
figures
So I was
because they're being
looking
verified in
for my
Japan.
Indonesia business
In Japan, they're doing 600 million turnover
Ta-da!
every
I
year.
saw.
On average, 50 million US
One
dollars per month. In Korea,
business
they're doing
woman.
about 250 million US per
Okay,
year.
so you know, I
So
talked
if
to
these
her
two
about
countries,
this, and she
especially in
was
Japan,
very
you know, I used to be
excited.
major in Japanese studies, I know.
That makes me very
But in
excited.
Japanese, they practice
And you know
protectionism.
what?
They don't welcome
She
foreign
speaks
brands.
good English.
For a foreign
because
brand
she
to
stays
venture
in
into
America.
Japan and do
And
so
I
well
realized
is really a
she's
miracle. It's not
actually
easy.
more
In fact, until
American.
today, we still hold the records. Right? A company
She
going to
forgot
Japan
about
first year in
Indonesia.
business, we did more than 120
She don't
million
have
US.
friends in
Even
Indonesia.
IBM in Microsoft, and you know how this works.
Today, she's my
So it's
best
not
friend.
easy for you to
She's
go into
also
Japan because the practice
$1 million
protectionism.
super
And
member,
don't forget, in
Joanna
Japan, there's so many
Wiramaja.
skincare brands that is very famous. So being a foreign
So
brand
she's back from
and
the
influence
US
is very
for
competitive
holiday.
marketplace, and you know Japanese ladies, they really
You know-
demand, Japanese people, they demand for quality.
In Indonesia,
Yes
they
or
have
no?
a unique
So I know.
culture.
Right, if you tell me a third world country, maybe
Indonesia is a very
I'm not
polite
impressed.
and
But if you
nice
tell me about
country.
Japan, right,
I
Korea,
realized one thing.
and the business
We are totally
and products are doing
different
so
from
well, so I
Singapore,
trust the products
from
are good,
America.
so I started to use
In America,
because I need to do the,
when we say
I need
yes,
to do the
it's a
business.
yes.
So
No,
guess
it's
what?
no.
Everything started to throw
But
out.
in Indonesia, they only
So most of
have
the time,
yes.
right, and today, when I share with people about this business, and
So,
some
you
of
know,
my
when I
friends,
ask
some
them,
of my,
are
you know, the
you-
people
are
that
you
know about
interested
my
in the
story, they say
business?
that, you know,
Yes.
because you are good.
Do you want to
So
buy
you become
product?
success.
Yes.
I want to ask you one question.
You know,
If you were
do you
me
want
5
to
years
come for a
ago,
meeting?
believing
Okay.
that this is a great
But then
platform
when
to
you
change
turn
your life,
around,
and
nobody
you started to use the
will.
product and everything throw out like me,
Seriously.
will you still continue doing the business?
Just like my makeup artist today. I waited half an hour
You
from
think
him for
most
him.
of the
He's an
people, I would
Indonesian.
say,
And I say,
will
do
give
you
up.
know where? Yes.
So successful
You know
people
how?
are always
Yes.
the minority.
But he cannot find
Not
a
because
place.
they're better than you, because
So
they
I
have a stronger
waited half an
mindset.
hour for
That's
him.
all.
You know, so
Right?
that
I begin to
culture.
think,
And
what's
I'm a
wrong with me?
Singaporean. I was
Is
only
it because something wrong with the
28 years
product?
old.
If the product
Do you
something
think
wrong,
they
they
trust
can be
me?
around for more than 20 years.
Do you think
If
they
the
trust
product
me?
is something wrong,
No.
they should not be
They
doing it
don't
in Japan and
trust
Korea.
me. Who
The wrong
is
is not
this
in the product, the wrong is
stranger?
for my face.
How? Why should I trust you?
I always have bad complexion, bad acne problems. Now thanks to my sister, right? My sister is hairdresser. Always have got a lot of brands to influence me. So during my teenage days, I put on all the things, you know, to try to. So later I realized that all those things that I use, it's just
I
like,
want to
you know,
improve the
you're
life
putting a lot of
of
dust.
Indonesian.
If just imagine, right, your house,
Today,
you clean almost
not
every
only
day
they
or alternate
trust
days,
me,
right?
We
all
become
the dirts, right?
family.
But most of the time, you realize that what all these products do for you is that, all the dirts
Many people ask
they
me,
put below the sofa.
how do you stay
So it looks very clean, right?
How do
And
you
what
stay
happened one day, you
so
realize that there will be a accumulator of dust,
Do you want
right? Under your sofa.
How can you
If
stay
you
so
put,
positive?
one day you realize that you take out the sofa,
How
what
do
you
you
see?
tell yourself?
It's very dirty, right?
Now over here,
So when they
I
started to use
prepared
new skin product,
a
all
glass
the good,
water.
none of the bad
Okay, not for me to
ingredients.
drink.
Right, what happened is everything threw out.
Can you see this glass of water?
And I still continue to
Now,
do
let me
it.
ask you a question. How crazy is this?
That is a test of faith
How heavy is this glass of
and
water?
belief, right? So it was the same thing because I came in because of a business decision, not because I just want to use the product.
200.
Right? Well, I know if the
200.
product
Okay,
is good,
any
it's
answer?
going to help me to
200.
become more handsome, why not? I
Any
came in
answer?
with that kind of mentality, right? So even though at this stage, most of the time people will stop,
Now, in my
or they
perspective,
wait and see. But I continue to
not
share with
about
people
the weight
about the business.
of the water.
Every time when I was on stage, when I was sharing about the
How
business, people are
long
really excited.
you hold
When I start to do the product demo, they look at me. Right? Some of them Hokkien uncle. Oh yeah, oh.
Now, if you hold this glass of water for a while, it's
Unbelievable.
almost
They say the product's all of the good, none of the bad.
But
How
if
come
you
the
hold this
face is all of the bad, none of the good? I can tell you, it's tough. Right? I realize over my years, right, it's not the words, the bad words people speak to you. Right? Many times you realize that it's the sight, the eyes, they look at you. It's killing you, the kind of unbelievable sight, the vision. I can tell you that you cannot
If you
tahan.
think about it for a while, it's
But
not going to
because
kill
I
you.
know, right,
But
what
if
this
you
business
hold
can bring me
there,
to 5, 10
you
years
keep
down the road.
thinking and you focus
This is
on
like,
your challenges,
I see light at
it's
the end of
going
the
to
tunnel.
paralyze you.
When you go through a tunnel, it's always very dark.
So,
Right? Especially if the
how
tunnel
I
is so
feel
long, sometimes you
all
get
the
worried.
challenges that I face.
Are you sure I'm going to see light at
It
the end of the
sounds
tunnel?
funny,
Or
but
for real, I'm
honestly,
going to be in the dark.
it's not funny.
Right, but when you are very confident that
How
there will
I
be
deal
light
with
at the end of the
challenges.
tunnel, what will you do?
I
You speed up!
and I always
Right? So that you can reach the light.
the picture of
Most of the time
success.
fail because when the tunnel is dark, what happens? They scared. Then they go very slow. The slower they go, the slower you see the light.
So,
Right? So that's how I started. If you tell me if it's easy,
do not
nothing is easy. But to me, it's very
what
simple.
spirit do you
Right?
need for new
I joined New
skin?
Skin when they are 18 years old.
Did it?
They are open 32 countries already.
And I.
If there are so many success stories in other countries,
Go.
I don't see any
I want
reason
to ask
why
you a few
I cannot become successful.
I always
It's that simple to this. So over the years, I have transformed. I think I have changed.
Why must we really
Next
be
slide.
successful?
It was after a few years I used the product. I think it gets better.
What kind of person?
This was when I did the business for 10 years. When I was being recognized at $10 million.
Someone
Right? When I made a comparison, I realized that lucky I joined New Skin.
in China.
If I don't do New Skin, right, 10 or 12 years from now, I'll probably look like an old uncle.
We want to be
Right? So
someone
this is exactly what happened to
who
me.
can realize our God-given potential. Because
Right? So that is
potential
actually when I was
is the
more
most
than
beautiful
$1 million
word in
number
the
of members
dictionary.
in New Skin after 2 years.
So
Right, you can
now,
see that
as you can
this looks
see
like an
the
old
picture
uncle.
on the left, I
That was
look
in 2012,
worse than many
if I
of you in
remember.
this
I think
room. Am I right?
2013. Right? This was
This is
when
a-
being recognized as
this
US
is a
20 million last year.
question to
Right?
answer.
They took a picture again.
Okay?
I
In
made a
New Skin
comparison.
Force for Good, we never
Lucky I
say
joined.
someone is
The problem about using New Skin product is
each and
get
every
younger.
time when I face
Younger
a challenge,
and younger.
I
Right?
never
This
give up.
is very true.
Like
Right?
one
If you
time
chance,
people
you know
say,
how I judge a
never,
good product?
never,
I look at the people who are involved in the business for more than 10 years.
never give up.
Right? I think many of you could have attended a lot of MM talk before.
Every
Like
one
most
of
of the
us
MM talk, they will tell you that oh, your
different
products can
flower
fly.
in this room. We
Right.
don't
It
need
is very
to
good luck.
compare
Right? Not until the products, the car also come back.
because we will bloom
Some
in
of
a-
the non-English,
And our
non-Chinese
own
speaking ones don't
time.
understand. This is a direct translation from Chinese. So, but if you look at a lot of leaders on the stage, right, they look so old. How can that be good?
Kind of person
But if you have a chance to go to international events,
for myself,
right, I always like to
what
attend all these
kind
international
of
events because
leader
most of the leaders have been involved in business for 20 years.
upline do
Using
you
the
want
product for 20 years, I look at them, all of them on average,
No.
they look younger, compared to their peers
everything
by 10 to
rise
20
and
years.
fall on leadership.
So that is again proven,
Today,
right, the products are good.
your
So
people trust
I'm a
you,
good testimonies
they
to the
join
products
you in the
too,
business.
right, over the last years.
Whether
But not
they
so
eat
much about
rice
product. We need a great product as a foundation
porridge.
because product
It's also in
right,
your
is very
hands,
important.
right?
But business
Some
is
people
also very
say you like
important.
to eat porridge,
Right? You need to have a
That's
good
not what I
product and
mean.
a good business model.
right?
So
Every country
I got
rise
attracted
and
into
falls
this
on
business
leadership,
model
including your
because
team.
of the exponential growth features.
So
Right?
is
Many
it
of them
a
know
small
about law of
thing
compounding.
or a big thing?
Right? The discovery of compound interest for the greatest
So,
discovery for the last
Ask
decade,
yourself
last
this
century.
question.
Right?
What
So when I know
kind of
that
leader
if I'm going
do
to
you
work for
want
people
to
for 10, 20 or 30 years, even
How
though I can be very
do you
successful, once I
want
leave
to
the
be
position, I got nothing.
remembered
You
as
only leave
a
a name.
person,
You can't
as
even
a
take away the
friend,
pencil on
or
the desk.
as a leader?
Right? Everything you have to clear. How sad is
Well
it?
done.
Right? 5 years later,
That's our $20 million circle member in the making.
so in Chinese they call 人走茶凉. When you
And-
leave, the tea also become cold.
What is the kind of life
That's very
that
true.
we want to
Right?
provide
So I want to
for
know
our
about this.
family?
When I get to know about this business, something that
You know,
excited me is my
Our
exponential growth.
parents,
I started a
went
business,
through hard
very
times.
excited, wanted to
They
change
work
my
hard,
life, become a
they
millionaire.
strive hard
Worked very
to
hard
give
for
us
1
a
month, I
better
received a
life.
check, commission check from
And
Newscape.
you
It
know,
was
they never let
$220.
us worry
I was
about
so
our future.
disappointed.
Today, what
How can it, right?
do you want
I was told that this is a life-changing opportunity. And this company makes a lot of millionaires. So I need to put so much effort, but I received a $220 commission. Oh my God.
to be? We wake up together
Right, $220, I can't even pay for my,
and choose
whatever,
your outfit.
maybe phone bills. So for most of the times, you realize that at this juncture, most people will give up.
No burden.
Right? The reason why I become more successful than a lot of people because after 12 years, I'm still standing here. That's
It's a
all.
very secure feeling. Because I know exactly how my
People giving up, I continue. Or people doing up, I continue. That's all. Right? But from $220 for the first month, right? And what
I
happened is
love
that
to hold my mom's
the
hand.
second month, I continue to work very hard because I'm a very positive person.
I grip my
Right,
hand.
2020 is just an interim period, not
On
important.
each and every
So second month I worked very hard, I got $550. Not
As you
bad,
can see from
double
this
income.
picture,
But still not enough to pay for a lot of my bills.
the
On the third month, I worked very hard,
up
continue,
there
right? Because I
is
believe in
happy.
exponential growth. Third month,
So
I received a
today-
commission check at
Why?
$1,200.
Why must we DDFMI?
Can't even pay
Because
my rent because I
our
have a
loved
training
one,
center there.
our success
$1,200
must be faster
On the fourth
than
month when I
the
turned
age,
executive,
than the
I got
speed of their
$21,000
aging. Am I right?
Lucky I never give up for the first 3 months. The $220 check became a very good story today because 2 years later, 2 years and 3 months to be exact, I become $1 million Watch members in Newscape. That means I made the first million in US dollars.
And what kind
And I took another 3
of
years,
role
right, to
model
become 5 million, additional 4
do we
millions.
want to be?
And I took another 4 years from 5 million to become
Do
10
you love your
millions.
children?
And I took another
I think
2
we
years
love
to
them
become
too.
20 millions.
Just like
Right?
Did you tell your children?
I'm not here
Go back home.
to boast how much I make. That is not my intention.
Do you have
It's a Chinese say, right, if you make money, keep quiet.
Do you have
Don't tell
goal
people, right? So the reason I'm
Do
taking
you
a big risk
believe
in sharing with you.
in your dream?
For Singapore, it's okay.
So every day, I talk about success life around myself.
So I want to use that as a good the
I
case
say
study, right?
success
So you
lies
can
in
treat me as a case
using
study because I
success
believe
life for
there are a lot of talents in this room, right? Many of you are better than me.
To me,
Because I'm just a
the
good
best
testimonies
key-
on
the
this
best
business
key
model.
for
But
our
if you look at
children
the track
is to
record,
be
I
the
took about
best
10 years
role model. Am I
to
right?
make the first 10 million US. That's not a big deal. Because a lot
last,
of industry,
but not
a lot of
least,
business and investment, you can make 10 million US dollars too.
discover
Right? But what is exciting is that I
best
took additional 2
in
years
you.
to make additional 10 million
Alright.
without any
Trust me,
additional investment
over
and
the
risk.
years as you
That is
work
again, right, 20 million is not the end.
Every trial
Because there's no ceiling.
and challenges is to
Right?
mold you
And I do not
for
need to
your
have
future
additional
success.
investment
If not,
or risk
when
to
you
make
become a
additional
1
10 million.
million, you
I
have
know some
no
of you involved in
story
the
and
traditional
no
business.
fee.
Well, I always respect people.
That's not good.
Right, who started a business. It's not
Why
easy.
we have tears?
Right, it's really
Why
not
we
easy
have joy?
because you are bearing a lot of
Because
risk.
life
So if you are
is
working for
an
someone, right, thank your
experience.
boss. Even though sometimes
We
you're
must
not very happy with him
experience
because no pay rise.
life to the fullest.
It's really not easy
So
because
my dear
everything you got to
family in
pay,
Southeast Asia,
right, to run a
today,
business.
what
So
you
when you
see
start to
me,
make 10 million US
it's gonna
dollars
happen to
any
you
business
in the
venture,
next few
if you want to
years.
make additional 10 million, what will
do
you
you
do?
see that?
You want to reinvest, right? You're probably going to, take the money you have made, right, and venture into the new deal. And sometimes you realize that the deal is not good enough, you got to borrow money from the bank. Agree? This is what traditional business is doing.
Will be
Right?
on that
A lot of
stage,
entrepreneurs, a lot of
inspiring
businessmen that you
life.
have known,
And
right,
you know what?
are people that
I will
have
sit down
owe banks a lot of
and I will
money.
cheer
The bigger the
my
business,
loudest
the more loans
for each
you
and
take from the bank.
every one of you.
Right? So if you will look into the long term, 30 years down the road,
Everyone.
right, nowadays you realize that everything can
Discover
happen.
the
Every
best
3 to 5 years,
in
there will be
you.
economic cycle. The last one was in 2009.
Join
Agree?
me on
Some
this
businesses are
journey.
affected. And it's not only about economic cycle, sometimes our businesses are affected.
Discover the best in you.
Sometimes
Thank
you
you very
realize
much.
today the world is not safe
Thank you,
anymore.
Lillian, for your very inspiring
In the olden days, we
messages.
have
You
one
are
page,
truthfully
one.
the epitome of a genuine leader.
Now, I also
Big hands
one
once
or two
again
of you
for
fall.
Miss Lillian Ong.
Right now, page 7 and 9. Don't know what is that. But you realize that, right, same thing. Sometimes natural disaster, earthquake, tsunami. Right, sometimes birds got flu, also affect your business. Sometimes the cows turn bad, also affected your business. Right? Sometimes you realize that because, right, of the controversy in the Diaoyu in English it's called what? What island is that between China and Japan? They cannot figure out belongs to who. Right? But you realize that it did affect some business in China, especially if your labor is Japanese, made in Japan. So it carries a lot of risk that beyond our imagination, especially if you pump in a lot of money. But in this business model, you realize that it's interesting. And don't forget, it's global. Right? We have checked early on in the MC, we have a lot of nationalities in Singapore. We are from Africa, we are from Europe. I started from Singapore. If I continue to sell insurance, right, I can only sell to 5 million population. That's how big I can get if everyone buy from me. Right? Whether you like it or not, whatever you do in Singapore is small. Blame it on the population. Right? Not because of the capability and ability. Because the market size is just small. So I was looking for a global platform. One of the main reasons why I started this business, not because I love to sell skincare, because I want to look for an opportunity that can expand globally, especially in Singapore is a good springboard. So 12 years later, I'm a good case study. Right today, I received, on average every month 20 countries commission. I'm only active, right? Basically, I'm very active in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, right, and China. These are all the countries I'm very active in. And the rest of all countries, you never know who knows who. So some of you got friends in Australia, in US, I have some downlines in Las Vegas, right? You know what? When I'm sleeping, they are in the daytime, right? So they are doing new skin. So while I'm sleeping, I'm making money. So if you ever open a beauty salon in Ang Mo Kio, you cannot have business in Toa Payoh. Right? If you open a provision shop in Hougang, you cannot have a business in Johor Bahru. But in this business, you realize the interesting part is that you never know who knows who. Right? As long as the products are good, people are willing to try. Well, so over the last 12 years, where I started the business, in those olden days, the old chapter, right, every 6 days, we create 1 new millionaire. So we have moved on to the new generation in new skin because of age law. Right? And today you realize that the new skin 2.0 vision, we're going to grow to 5 billion revenue by 2015. That's very exciting. And by then, right, based on our compensation plan payout, we're going to create 1 new millionaire every day. So what's today is Saturday. Saturday and Sunday, some of the places have got long queue, except YWCA. Right? Buy 4D. Buy 4D, right? So don't laugh. A lot of you tried buying 4D before. Because you hope that one day you'll get out. Right? Hit jackpot or strike lottery. Yes or no? So if you ask me about the probability, I don't understand why people do get involved in this business. There are so many people willing to queue up to buy 4D, hoping to strike once. Have you heard about anyone that strike lottery every month? Please introduce to me. The one is God, man. It's not possible, right? But you realize that in this business, right, we talk about every day you're going to create one new millionaire. That means if you queue up slowly, one day or so, your turn up. Right, if your turn will not arrive this generation, the next generation continue with the same spot, right? One day you also become millionaire. I realize the probability is just too high, right? As long as you never give up. Right? So this is the exciting time. Let's look at the graph here. Now, this is the timing, right? I mentioned to you, right? What happened is that we have the age lock being introduced in 2010. With those days, we were only 1.3 billion US dollars. And by 2012, 2 years from now, last year we hit about 2.1 billion. Right? So for the next 3 years, we're going to grow 5 billion US dollars revenue because of age lock technology. So I'm going to share a little bit more about why this is possible. Right? For some of you who have heard about Nu Skin, it's very common. Right? Nu Skin has been in Singapore for 12 years. If you never heard about Nu Skin, something wrong with you. Right? Some people tell me, I heard about Nu Skin. Of course you heard about Nu Skin. Nu Skin is just like a Mercedes. Yes. Like BMW, because we are a famous brand. Yes. Right? Yes. Like those brands you never heard before because they are not famous at all. So if you heard about Nu Skin, it's very common. But have you made money from Nu Skin? That is more important. Right? So the same thing over here, I'm sharing with you, how do we benefit from all this business growth? Right? Well, sharing about age lock. Right? Age lock is not a singular product for some of you who are new today. Right? It's a totally new technology platform. We call it a revolutionary anti-aging technology. What do you mean by the word revolution? Right? I don't know whether you understand what is revolution. Right? For example, right, invention of light bulb is a revolution. Right? Invention of plane is a revolution. Right? Creation of mobile phone is a revolution. Right? iPhone is also a revolution. Right? Change the way how we communicate with each other. So all our years you realize that there are a lot of revolution, happen. And some of them you realize that they create opportunities. Right? As for age lock, you realize that you're going to change how people use the product and to become healthier and better looking. Right? So this is a totally new technology platform which is going to embrace our skincare and healthcare inside and outside. So this is a comment and a statement, a strong statement by a financial portal, Molifu.com in 2011. Right? They mentioned that this is the Apple of the anti-aging companies. They talk about Nu Skin is the Apple of anti-aging companies because of our product innovation. I mean, all of us all know about Apple, right? Anyone of you do not know about Apple? You heard about Apple, right? So same thing, you realize that Apple always tell people about innovation, technology, breakthrough. So this is a very strong statement. When we started to launch age lock, they mentioned that, right, we are actually the Apple of anti-aging companies. Right? So there are a lot of changes all this year. Right? To keep it very simple, I want to draw an analogy over here, a story, which a product that most of you are very familiar with, and some of you are using it right now. Right? This product is called iPhone. Right? iPhone started about 5 years ago, and by this company called Apple. Right? Apple computer. The reason why it's called Apple computer because they only in those days they are selling computer. So Apple never sell mobile phone before. Never got involved in mobile phone business before. Before they launched iPhone, right, Apple was actually $80. But $80 actually is really quite a high share price. But over the last 5 years, right, especially last year, actually Apple hit $700, the highest. Meaning that this company over the last 5 years, through this innovative product, right, and together with iPad, they create a lot of profits. And this company today, they have got $137 billion cash in the bank account. Right? It's bigger than a lot of countries. in terms of the economy size. So a great innovation and technology breakthrough can actually change a company. Just imagine it's for people who are holding the shares for Apple from $80, right? It makes a lot of money. Agree? But unfortunately, we are not the shareholders. Right? If you are a distributor of this product, you make a lot of money too. But unfortunately, you realize that right, these products are only being exclusively distributed by telco player and big player like Singtel, M1, or StarHub. If you look at the financial reports, whether it's the third, the smallest telco company like M1, they are making a lot of money also. Right? And you realize that most of the great innovation today, the products are being distributed in the traditional model, and all the rich people getting richer. Normal people like us, we do not have a chance to distribute great products. For example, if LV, right, come to Singapore, they will not look for you because we are nobody. Right? If McDonald's come to Singapore, they will not look for you. Right? If KFC come to Singapore, they will not look for you. They go for those rich people. Right? So if you look at iPhone today, look at the whole industry as a whole, how this changed. In year 2000, Nokia was a big time. Right? All of us use Nokia phone. Right? Nokia was 24 times bigger than Apple in terms of market cap. But by 2011, Nokia is only 7% of Apple. Last year, 2013, right? Nokia was only 3% of Apple in just a short span of 10 years. What does this tell us? Right? Whatever products, you realize the great products that we use today, it may become redundant if they don't break through. Nokia become complacent, right? Because they become the 老大, the biggest player. Most of the people using Nokia phone, but because they fail to innovate, just within a short span of 5 years, you look at the fate has changed. So what is it going to do with age lock? Many of us realize that we wash our face. Right? We want to become healthy, we take health supplements. Right? There are a lot of brands you could be using right now, but you realize that over the years, people will start to change brand. Because if they realize age lock are addressing aging problems at a genetic level. So when people start to switch brand and you become distributors, right, there will be a transfer of wealth. And some people along this process, they will start to accumulate wealth and make a lot of money. So we are lucky, basically, you realize that H-Lock are being distributed by Newskin exclusively. That means that you cannot buy in the pharmacies, GNC, right? It's only through the Newskin distributors. And our share price has been consistently going up for the last 3 years. Right, we have gone from $8 to $9 US dollar, right, as high as $60 US dollars, a short span of 3 years, right? In fact, for the next 3 years, we're going to grow up, continue to grow, because of the great, sales being generated by this technology. Well, so what is it got to do with us? Because we talk about, the choice of industry is also very important. Agree? Right? If you work in an industry whereby it's declining or sunset industry, can you make money fast? No. Sometimes you realize that a lot of industry we are in today is already a sunset industry. Whether you like it or not, the profit margin is squeezing, right? Everything is dropping. So we must understand that where are we moving. We talk about H-Lock, right? Let's understand about this guy, Bill Gates, the world richest man. What did he say a couple of years ago? He stated his vision, right? The next wealth boom is not in property, not in the financial industry, but big adventure lies in biogenetic sector. That means big wealth. Right, it's going to create from this industry, bioscience, right, in genetic field. And H-Lock is dealing with this sector. And in fact, we are pioneers right now using a nutrition approach, right, in this sector. These are some of the magazines, Nature magazine, Science magazine, right? In fact, I was on flight from Singapore to KL a couple of, about 1 week ago to do a seminars. I was shocked to see this magazine, and this newspaper, Health and Science. They talk about the Human Genome Project 10 years on. For some of you who watch the Discovery Channel, right, probably you understand what is it, right? So basically, the DNA, the genetic level of addressing the aging problems, they started to discover about 10 years ago. So we are pioneers, in this field. So these are some of the big names or celebrities. They started to use our H-Lock products. Just within a short span of 3 years, we launched some of our H-Lock series of products. Right? Well, as you know that we do not advertise. We have no enough budget to employ, people like Gong Li or Zhang Ziyi, right? Or some of the famous Hollywood movie stars to endorse our product because it costs us a lot of money. But guess what? If you Google, right, in China they call it Weibo, right? Or if you Google, a lot of big names are using our age lock, especially our Gaudic spa machine, right? Whether it's in the US, in the Europe, or in the Eastern world. Right, this is in Hong Kong, right? The Hong Kong cover page. This is in Chinese. They mention about a product promotes the longevity, right, with the technology breakthrough. And some of the rich and famous people already started to use the product. Right? In fact, you can check a lot of all these things online. One of the prominent ladies is called Maria Lee. Right? She was actually the top 10 richest woman in Hong Kong. Right? You can Google her name. She was 82 years old. This year she's 84 years old. Still going very strong. She get to know our products about 3 years ago. And she started using the product and get fantastic result. Right? Like all 82 years old ladies, they want to look young and healthy. Agree?
Yes.
I say for every one of us. She has no intention, right, to do the business. But because the product helps, she started to get involved in the business. Right? Because as in Hong Kong, it's so near to China, right? We know China is a huge market. So she knows there's huge potential in China market because a lot of people love to become more beautiful. Right? So there are a lot of all those famous people, even a lot of coverage, right? CNN, Discovery Channel, CNBC, for the last 3 years have talked about age lock or the interview or feature our key scientists. Well, what is exciting in December is this. This actually is a big turning point if you look back 10 years from now. Right? Some of our scientists are being featured in Discovery Channel, right? If you Google DNA the next wave, on the 22nd of December onwards, right, this documentary video is almost like 1 hour. Out of 1 hour, 20 odd minutes feature our scientists. That means 1/3 of the time they feature our scientists. So what is it going to do with us? We all know that Discovery Channel is a documentary video. It's not a paid, you don't pay advertisement. You cannot pay advertisement to squeeze into it. You can't. Agree? Yes. Right? Some of you in marketing or in advertising, you know. There's no way for you to be featured in Discovery Channel, not an advertisement. Right? Out of 1 hour, 1/3 actually covered our scientists. Why? Because remember I told you about the DNA sequencing, which you watch in the Discovery Channel, but this discovery has been around for 10 years. So inside the basically interview of scientists, we are one of the companies, a privatized company, right, started to use nutrition approach to address aging problems at a genetic level. And none in the market today do it. Not just about their marketing business, but for all the brands and all the companies that you know, none of them do it. So this is very exciting because, as you know, the Discovery Channel, they host high credibility. Agree? And of course, they actually highlight, right, or features the future, the trend. So when I get to know about our scientists being featured in Discovery Channel, I got really excited because it's going to change a lot of people's life. Right? People don't trust salesmen. People don't trust distributors. People trust this. This is real science. Right? So this is a big turning point. Right? So these are the 3 key scientists that are being featured in Discovery Channel. Right? And 2 of them are co-founders of LifeGen, which is a biotechnology company that just acquired, right, 2 years ago. And today we have exclusive to all the database for this company. Right, so through the partnership of LifeGen, together with Stanford University, we created HLog. It's a totally new brand and new platform, right, which encompasses a lot of products, right, and of course with the LifeGen database, we have more than the only most complete age-related genetic database, more than 500 million. It took about 30 years to accumulate that. So in business, we talk about exclusive. We talk about Right, some people say that if you say your products are so good or technology is so good, right, there will be competitors coming in. Sure. Right, any business, they want to go into a lucrative industry. Right, for competitors to come into this industry, at least it will take 20 to 30 years to catch up with us. It's not easy. The barriers of entry is high. Right? And because of all these databases, we are able to develop a lot of new products. Right? And the only company with proprietary rights to identify gene clusters. So gene clusters are being identified that are the culprits or they are responsible for how we age. And we have the exclusive rights, right, to identify and come up with a solution. So basically, what did ageLOC do, right? We are targeting the source with a lot of competitors today. They're only touching on the surface, whether it's on the skincare or on the healthcare, right? We talk about, there are a lot of health products that actually, targeting the cells. You heard about cell renewals, right? Cell cleansing, heard about all these kind of products in market? Yes or no? Right? But what is the core and the root is actually the gene, because gene affect the cells. Right? So if we are able to address the gene will affect the cells directly. That's more effective. Right? So that is what we are doing exactly. Right? With the ageLOC and the New Skin Pharmanex brand, we are able to develop products not only outside but inside. Right? Meaning that we have all series of products. This is some of the product pipelines I want to show you. Right? We started the first wave of Galvanic Spa machine, the ageLOC Galvanic Spa, which is this product. That if you Google it, you see a lot of celebrities are using this product. Very handy, it's just like an iPhone. Right? It's just like a mobile beauty therapist you can bring everywhere. Right? So everywhere you go, you realize that you can bring around. It's so handy and it's very affordable. So we started with that. Then we have transformation set for skincare regime. And last year we started the Askwear pre-launch, and we just have an official launch last month in Singapore and Malaysia. We sold out the products in just 1 week for the 6-month supply. Amazing. Right? And this coming September, we're going to launch a new product called TR90, which I'm going to touch on later on. Right? This is something that's very exciting, and all the product launches you realize that create a huge opportunity. Right? In fact, all the product over here, one singular product can represent a new company. That means if you take one product, you can set up an own company. This is how huge the opportunity. Right? And what is exciting is by 2015, we're going to launch Alpha. Right? For those of you who watch the Discovery Channel, right, you see the monkeys, they talk about calorie restriction. Right? Based on the calorie restrictions method, some of the monkeys on these calorie restrictions, right, they tend to be more active, right, and able to promote longevity. So the study is supposed to last for 30 years. We are near to the end, and our Dr. Richard, the co-founder, being voted or being called as the most patient scientist, right, to track the monkey activities for the last 28 years. Why monkeys? Because monkeys' genetic genes are closer to human beings. Right? So if you study cockroach, human being cannot become cockroach. Right? It's different. Right? Different genetic pattern. So these are all the products. The key product launching will be 2015, which is ageLOC Alpha. So what does it do? It's going to promote longevity. Right? There's one new term that's going to start called not about lifespan, they talk about youth span. What does it mean? You can live up to 80 years, but the last 10 years of your life have bad quality. You're bedridden, you're lying on the bed. So the word youth span means that, right, you are born, you become old, you die. There's no sick. Like a normal cycle will be, you're born, you grow old, you sick for a period of time, then you die. What is more scary is sickness. It makes a lot of people bankrupt too, because it costs a lot of money today. Right? So this product is going to launch in 2015. I believe this is going to create at least 1 billion revenue, minimum. And all of us have equal opportunity today. Right? Well, these are some of the products that are being launched. Right? These are some of the testimonials. Right? I think some of you met Angela. Right? When I know her 12 years ago, she was so normal. Until you cannot imagine. Right? So I'm good at spotting future leaders. This is really a hidden gem. Now become diamond, shining diamond. Right? So she is a typical example. She's 10 years older than me. Right? She's 51 years old. But if you have a chance to meet her, she really doesn't look like 51 years old at all. Right? Amazing transformation. Like Askwear that I mentioned to you, this is a product of Askwear. Right? And this is a product that makes a lot of people rich. Because we create huge revenue. Right? And this product is being listed in PDR. So you go to PDR.net, you will find out that this is in US, the doctor's reference book. Right? Whereby all inside being listed are drugs. and health supplements are not supposed to be included in PDR. So we are the first company to include, even with health supplement. But drugs can cure, health supplement cannot cure. For information, right? But being a health supplement, we are able to be included in PDR, meaning that we did have some kind of curing effect, right? Because a lot of our products are natural herbs. Well, so what does it do? So we talk a bit about science, even though I'm not a scientist, right? We are going to talk, because I'm not a scientist, it's easier to relate to you. Well, in fact, we can prove by science. When you are young, right, there's something that we can measure our genetic expression, like a computer chips. But you spend about a couple of $1,000 in US, you can get a cell scan. Like when you are young, right, your genetic expression and when you are old is different. That's why you realize that we behave different as we get old. Right, we drop our hair turns gray or white, right? And of course, we realize that our energy level drop. A lot of things we cannot do. Why? Because your genetic expression started to change. Right? For some of you over here that you know a little bit about science, sorry, we are not changing your gene. Because some people get really worried. You mean this product can change your gene? And some people get very excited. Why? Because they are shocked. Right? All the 18th generation up, right? All very shocked. So they thought that if I can change my gene, I become taller. Sorry, no way, huh? So some of these same thing, all the 18th generation, including yourself, you got small eyes. You hope that you can change your gene to have big eyes. Yeah, you can't have. We are not changing your gene. You are still what you are. But we are changing how your gene express, right, as you grow older. So when you are actually getting older, your gene express weaker. That means the performance, right, the wrinkles, your hair started to drop, right? This is what I mean that you express weak. So what we do here is that through the nutrition approach, we are trying to affect, right, your genetic expression to be close to when you are young, by 10 or 20 years. So you see a lot of miracles, right? I didn't see this, so far, for the last 12 years in the business, I never see any singular product as powerful as R-Square. You know why? Because you cannot find any product, right, have got testimonial from head to toe. Head is in growing hair, right? White hair turning black, and toe, right, the nail, broken nail, and all these people we have all kinds of testimonies. Right, let's see, right, this is the Chief Scientific Officer of Nail Skin, Dr. Joe Cheng. I didn't know about science that much, because I didn't study, I said I didn't study this bioscience. Well, Dr. Joe Cheng, in 2005, he was featured on TV. So when you are featured on TV, what do? You don't know, because you never featured on TV before, right? I know, right? When you feature on TV, what you do is that you will touch up and make up. Right? So that is the best of him after touch up and make up. After touch up and make up, the best of him is that. Right? Because he's got double PhD degree, very smart person. So when you're smart, of course, less hair, right? You think too much. So when you get to know about H-Log, R-Square, what can do for him, right, to reset the gene expression to become 10 to 20 years younger. So he's the first one to grab the product. Even the product is launched in the market, he started to use it. So when it was being featured, taken the casual, this on leisure, not on TV, right, captured by our leaders, a great transformation after taking R-Square. When I promote R-Square before the launch, the pre-launch, I don't even know whether the product is good or not. But I know for sure it's good because he is the Chief Scientific Officer. Yes. If it's not good, he will not be the first person to take it. Yes. This is common sense. Yes. Some people, they are very smart, or don't know smart or act smart. Right? They need to go and take out the product, take out the capsule, go and analyze, go through the chemistry laboratory, research, then after that proven this product is good, I can take it. Right? To me, it's very simple. Right? This person knows more than me, right? Yes. And he is the first one to grab the product, that means he trusts this is something that can work for him. If he try it on the cockroach, then I will not try. Right? Because he's not confident, right? Yes. So that's why during the pre-launch, even though I don't see the product, I don't know what it's all about, right? I push like crazy because I know this is going to work. And true enough, right, there are a lot of great testimonies, right? You can see the black hair started to grow from within. Can you see?
Yes.
Right? This is not dye hair. For your information, when you dye your hair, the front part is black.
Yes.
When you open up inside, it's white. Right? With R-square, what they do is that the black hair growing from the root. Meaning what? Right? The new one become young. And we have a lot of all these kind of testimonies, right, on hair testimonies, and on vitality. Right? You become stronger. Not only in terms of stamina, right? And some people get excited over R-square, right? Because they sell like Viagra. This is true. I think most of you know what is Viagra. We have all adults here, right? So as we grow older, right, men have malfunction. The vehicle cannot perform. Right, even though it's a bit R-rated, but it's just normal consequence. It will happen to, when people get old. So this product helps to solve the solution, solve the problems. But unfortunately, you realize that there are side effects. Right? And we accidentally found that R-square can do a better job. And most important, it's natural and safe. Right? Viagra volumes are huge. In China, same thing. Huge volumes. Right? If this can replace just Viagra volumes, it's really very big. Yeah? And don't forget, you don't get me wrong, this only don't serve the function of Viagra. You know why is that a relation? Because when you get younger by 10 or 20 years, what can you do? You can do anything. Because your machine become 10 or 20 years younger, right? You become a young man. Anything you can do. So that is the science behind it, right? You don't have to figure out your head, are you sure this will work? It's that simple because they reset to become 10 or 20 years younger. Right? Well, because of that, during our pre-launch, just for 10 days, limited time offer, we did $100 million less than 3 days. You just imagine, right? Within 10 days, right, if they generate the volumes of $100 million, they should create a lot of people make a lot of money on that month. Agree? Yes. If your product launch only doing 1 million to be shared by so many people, of course, there's not much commission to be made. So at the end of the day, you realize that a great product is still very important. You agree? Right? So, that is how that we created a lot of history in the network marketing industry. By the top income earners, we grow by 400%, 500%, right, within less than 1 year. So that's how people get rich, right? We are just lucky, right, because we've been part of this company. If not for this innovation and this product, we do not have the opportunity. At the same time, right, the last LTO stands for limited time offer of R-square, helps a lot of our leaders, the growth of income from 1,000%, 400%, I think to as high as almost like 7,900%. I don't know what you're looking right now, right? If you continue to work currently for the next 3 months or 3 years, will you ever have experienced a chance whereby you have an income growth of 7,900% growth? You want to pay increment every year, 5% already very difficult. Right? If next year economic crisis, maybe you will lose your job. So this is what a new product launch, right, it did for a lot of our builders, our leaders. Next, what is exciting? Because this has got something to do with you. Right? This September, we're going to launch this product called TR90. Right? To address the body fats and weight and genetic levels, we are targeting the fatty genes, the genes that affect how people become obese. Right? Because remember, we have the database, right? To identify the genes, right? Some genes are related to diabetics. You see, some people are very funny, right? They are very healthy living, but they got diabetic. Some people, you realize that they never smoke, they exercise a lot, they eat very healthy, but they got cancer. You heard about this kind of cases before? Yes. How to explain? Right? Right, you practice all the group practice, but you realize it now like that. Why? Because it's the gene. Right, so you got to work at the genetic level. So this is probably realized as a revolution because no single any weight management solution today in the market can target at genetic level. So this is indeed very exciting. Right, the world first gene resetting weight management program we're going to launch in September. That means about 4 months from now. Right, what is more important is, as we know, right, obesity. Right, if you look around, people, not in this room, sometimes very sensitive. Because when you tell people about this thing, you say, I'm fat man. Right, but if you look at today, right, it's very common. Agree? Yes. Right, and obesity, you realize, will lead to a lot of disease, one of the major killers. But more importantly, you realize that today, it's not obesity brings about health problems. Obesity brings about a lot of opportunities. If you don't believe me, right, if you go back, you watch TV program, right, or you look at the newspaper, right, many times a lot of advertisement is on weight management. Yeah? And sometimes it's not a small page, but a big page, full page. You know what full page costs how much? You don't know. Probably 80,000, 60,000. It's a lot of money. For some of you in advertising, probably you know. Right? If they can consistently advertise on such a huge page, do you think they are stupid? There must be huge market demand for them to do that, right? Yes or no? And most of the programs in the market, they are not effective. So for some of you to try, you know, and it's very costly. Right? And this is probably up to me, right? TR90 is not just a solution for people who are fat. Right? TR90 basically, the market is bigger than what we can see. What you can see is that big, right? But what you cannot see is hiding here. Right here. Right? In fact, even I said, right, even if you don't participate in this launching, others will come because it's a huge market. Right? Just a quick check over here, right? Do you have 10 friends that need to lose weight? Yes or no? Yes. Then that's right. That means there's a market. Yeah. So basically, right, even if you don't come, for the next 4 months, you will hear about TR90, H-Talk TR90, and you hear more and more. Even in Facebook networking platform right now, you hear a lot about it. Because now you cannot hide anymore if you have great things. Right? Meaning that even if you squeeze, also must come in. Just like today, even squeeze also must come in. Right? Getting in the opportunity.
Wow.
See, if everyone needs TR90, see how they are. Don't forget, your market is not in Singapore. Your market is global. And you never know who knows who. That's how I built my business for the last 12 years. Right? I'm basically based in Singapore. But you realize that due to great products, you realize that by good words of mouth, right, people will start to spread. Right? So this is indeed, it's beyond imagination. I never thought that this would happen like that 12 years ago. But it happened to me. And this will continue to happen if the product is good. And our target for this launch is 500 million. And this is a record breaking for any new product launch in history. And you know what is 500 million? R-Square did 100 million US. Created so many people, right, to make so much money. This is 500 million product launch. That means 5 times higher than the R-Square free launch. Do you know that this with 500 million product launch is going to make a lot of people rich? Yes. Whether we like it or not, right? Some people will write on it. Right? Some people will not take it because they're too noble. Right? I don't want to make this kind of money. Yeah, steady, man. So where is the opportunity? Right, H-Talk TR90 pre-launch, we have it only for 10 days. Starting from September, I predict we will sell out in less than 3 days. That's very normal. And you cannot, normal people cannot buy. Wow. only executive levels can buy, and only can buy 10 sets. Even if you got money, also 10 sets. Right? So meaning that you realize that this is only given to the executive, right? Well, for all the friends over here, you still have a chance because to become executive, our record is 1 day. Right? That means if you are really aggressive, 1 day you can become executive. Or if you are really trustworthy, you have a lot of friends that can trust you, they can become executive. Right? How to build a business, right? You become a star, you mean be a ruby. You help more people becoming a ruby, and you duplicate that, right? To help more people to make that kind of money. So this is a very simple business, right? This is how you duplicate. At the same time, right? We have a lot of rewards, right? This is the I call it the timeline. They can check yourself. We are in the month of April. April is a great month because it's my birthday month. Right? May 579 stand for May, July, and September. Right? So when you qualify yourself to become a ruby by May, which is next month, and you duplicate 5 ruby by the month of July, right? And duplicate another 5 ruby by the month of September. So that is the potential income you could make. This is, you can measure it. You can count how much you want to make. If today, right, if you work for the next 4 months, how much you can make the next month, you also can count. Right? But if you want to have the incremental income of 50%, 100%, that's not possible. Well, I'm sharing with you over here based on a legal platform, right? Fantastic product launch, meaning that there's a huge market demand, right? Well, at the same time, we have a lot of incentive. You qualify yourself for Star Academy this 3 days, 2 nights. Then you get to learn from the multi-millionaires, right, in building the business from everywhere in the world. And at the same time, you qualify yourself to go to Turkey. We have a Turkey trip, right? And not only you go for yourself to Turkey, you can bring more people go to Turkey. I love this business, not because how much I can make. Right? I love this business because you have no choice. What do you mean you have no choice? In order for you to become successful, you have to have someone. In a lot of business, in order for you to go up, you have to kill someone. Or you have to backstab someone. Right? I was not that noble, when I first started the business. I just want to become successful. 12 years from now, right? Not only I become a 20 million, right? I've helped more than 30 people become a millionaire. I enjoy the process for being successful because I don't have to backstab people. Right? When I create more Ruby, helping more people to change their life, I become more successful. How wonderful is it, right? Well, last but not least, right? I don't know whether you see the opportunity, whether you like it enough. In any revolution, in any industry, it creates a wealth transfer, right? For people who knows, people who do not know, right? To people who knows. That's all. Like 5 and 10 years down the road, right? Because of this session, you learn about H.TR opportunity. Some of you participate, some of you will not participate. But 3 to 5 years from now, you can see a huge difference. Like what I did, 12 years ago, I have friends around me, when I first started, look at me, why are you going to do this kind of thing? I asked him, what do you mean by this kind of thing? Right, in Chinese call this kind of thing very dim to the government. Right, cannot see the sunlight. Right? That is the market perception when people talk, what they talk. Now, most important is not what people talk. Most important is in what you talk. And how can this change your life for the next 3 to 5 years? I was just like you. Right? For H.TR, right, every industrial revolution is an opportunity to create wealth for a group of people. Right? Who had the privilege of capitalizing on it, the word is capitalized. It means you got to work on it. Right? But these doors will never really open to the ordinary people. Right? For once, we have the opportunity to participate in the benefit of this wellness revolution because of this great vision to share wealth in terms of compensation plan. I give you an example. iPhone. Do you have any one of you have got 5 friends that use iPhone? Or don't have? Any one of you don't have 5 friends that use iPhone? All have. Right? Or your 5 friends that you own an iPhone, do they have 5 friends that use iPhone? Yes. Really have? Yes. Have? Yes. But how come you never make money? Right? If Apple is American company, think imagine, it will never happen, sorry. But if Apple is a network marketing company, iPhone will be exclusively being distributed by our distributors. Right? So if you buy an iPhone, invest in yourself because you need to use it, communicate with people. Just like our product, because you want to become healthy, or you want to lose weight, or you want to look good, right? So invest in yourself, and what happens is that you share with the 5 friends, your 5 friends also buy iPhone, right? And you get your free set. Is that a good deal? Yes. Every month, right? They pay subscriptions every month, right? Monthly subscription, you get 5% every month. Is that good? Good. Now you say good, then I tell you man, you say no good. So it's good or no good? Good. Let me tell you. You know, every time, right, people say, don't listen to Rayne because you brainwash people. Right? Let me tell you, I don't brainwash you. The people outside brainwash you. Yes. Yeah? They make you study for 15 years, 20 years, come out unemployed. Right? I share with you the opportunity that can change your life. You say I brainwash you. I educate you, they brainwash you. If this thing never happened before, we have doubts. But this company has been around for 28 good years. Right? And proven to be the top 5 companies in all the countries we expanded. This is a proven track record. It's just whether we believe now. Right? Talk about iPhone again. Right? If iPhone can be distributed by us, it makes a lot of money. 6th generation, 5%, right? That's why, unfortunately, we lost opportunity to Singtel, to M1, to StarHub, right? The more you don't believe in MI, the more opportunity you lose to other people. Yes. Right? So what is H-Lock? In years to come, whether you like it or not. That is my vision as a businessman or entrepreneur. Right? It's not what you see right now, it's what you see in the future. Then you can see extraordinary profits. From next 10 and 20 years down the road, whether you like it or not. Right? There will be certain percentage income per household they're going to spend on products related to H-Lock. Whether it's spa, right? If spa they don't buy, transplantation they don't buy again, R-square they don't buy again, TM90 are not fake, I don't buy again, right? H-Lock Alpha you will sure buy. If H-Lock Alpha don't buy again, you have a lot of products. In Chinese it's called 从有一天等到你。10 or 3 years down the road, right? I can see the vision, whether you like it or not, you and your extended family, right, extended friends, the circle of extended friends, you realize that they will spend certain percentage of their income on H-Lock related products. Because everyone wants to become healthy, right? Want to look good, beauty, and we are looking for opportunity. People always ask me, is there any potential for this business in the future? Right? Before I end this session, you bring back these 3 questions with you today. Right? Go back at home before you sleep, put the pillow high, and think about these 3 questions. Right? The first question, 10, 20 years down the road, or 100 years down the road, will people on this planet, on this earth, including other, not other planet. This planet is right. Because maybe one day new skin will open in other planet. Interplanet. See, I got a lot of imagination, but never mind. I want to live for next generation. Okay? 5, 10, 20 years, 100 years down the road. Do you agree that the people on this planet, they will still want to become healthy? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. If the answer is definitely yes, that means we have market. Right? The second question is, 5, 10, 100 years down the road, will people on this planet want to look for product to keep them beautiful and young? Yes. Yes. If the answer is definitely yes, we are the solution provider, right, for this category of products. The third question is, 5, 10 years down the road, 100 years down the road, will people on this earth still looking for opportunity to make extra income? Yes. So if the above 3 questions, the answer is definite yes. We have business. Yes. Because we are the business, we are in this business to provide these 3 solutions. Agree? Yes. Health, beauty, and opportunity. HBO. Not a TV channel. So the people around us, whether we like it or not, they want to be healthy. Right? They want to look good. If age lock can offer them, it's just a matter of time, right? They will try. Just like now, 3 years ago when they started to talk about age lock, nobody knows. But now there are more and more people getting it. So it's just a matter of time. To me, that is the opportunity because we have got nothing to lose. Same thing, 12 years ago I started, I told myself, I have got nothing to lose. Worst come to worst, if I don't make money in this platform and become more handsome, maybe I can still become a movie actor. I'm confident I make it in the business, so I don't have to be an actor because sometimes I look at the actors also very thorough. You know why? Because as you grow older, you're not available anymore. Right? 50 years later, you look at Brad Pitt. Bang Pitt, put on Brad Pitt. Because all these people get old. Right? You only get paid when they're active. When I'm 50 years later, I'm still collecting royalties from the business. So if you want me to share with you, right, about this business is like a red wine or antique. As you grow older, it becomes more valuable. In employment, as you grow older, it becomes more replaceable. It's about choice. It's not about hard work. Well, right, a lot of Asians believe in hard work. Well, hard work is important, but choosing the right platform is more important. Yes. Right? You can see that for the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to change a lot of people's lives. So to me, right, age lock is not a technology and dating technology. For those people who know how to capitalize and ride on it, it's life-changing opportunity. Right, this is a very strong statement because I'm not the only one successful in the business. We have created so many millionaires. We have close to about 1,000 millionaires being created in this game, in every part of the world. So meaning that it can be duplicated. If I'm Li Ka-shing, you know who is Li Ka-shing? Yes. The top Chinese entrepreneur, richest man. Right? His nickname is called Superman. Li Chaoren. Superman Li. Right? Superman wear underwear outside. Right? You saw the Superman video? Any one of you wear underwear outside? So we are not Superman. We are normal people. Right? How can normal people to change our life, transform our life? Not possible. If Li Ka-shing came here to give a talk and tell you that how to become successful, don't trust him. Because he got a lot of other opportunity or a lot of connection that beyond normal people can do. But my success can be duplicated. Yes. Right? And the complaint of new skin is fair and equal to every one of you. Right? Regardless when you join a business, it's the same. You have the ability, you realize that you can build a business. Right? So if I'm standing here, it's not to show off how much I make. That's not my intention. I'm standing over here to share with you this is real. And this is achievable. Right? Even though we're a country like Singapore, I never have got any MLM business, this experience and background before. Is to consider a very new industry in Singapore. But you realize that we can create a lot of success stories. So it's not about how young the industry is. The most important thing is that we have more and more capable people involving in the industry. And we will transform the industry. And that is my vision. Right? So last but not least, before I leave, because today is Saturday, I want to give you a 4-letter word. Not 4 digit. Because 4 digit cannot change your life. Right? Why? If you see the age lock opportunity, right? It's really in Chinese called Gyong Hi Huat Zai. So I really hope, right? And I took a little bit longer time today, right? Because I really want to make sure all of you, right, understand the opportunity. Because this is really a rare opportunity for 4 months effort. For the next 4 months, if you are willing to work bloody hard, right, you can get a pay rise or annual bonus, never you can imagine in your life. And most important, it's not just about one time off. If about a recurring income because we never pay a bill. Is that worth it? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. I think it's really worth it. Right, for me, I'm an insider. I've been in the business for 12 years. Right, I'm still very active because I know what's going to happen. Right? Because I experienced about the next 12 years. And you could possibly cannot imagine what new skin is going to be like. Right? Inside in our core leaders meeting, at the top levels in the management, we have positioned ourselves to become Fortune 500 companies, not top American companies. This is no joke. This is going to change a lot of people's life. Just for your information today, the top network marketing companies, right, today is 52 years old. They are doing 13 billion US dollar per year. That is $1 billion US dollar per month. If you pay out new skin 45%, they can feed a lot of people. Yes. And we built this company in Singapore flat. We are number one direct selling company in Singapore right now. Number two company is only doing 50% of our volume, which is the company that I mentioned to you. They are doing 13 billion worldwide. We are 28 years old, they are 53 years old. Right? You can imagine for the next 25 years what's going to happen to new skin. Yes. So new skin is not old skin, it's still new. So it's indeed a new topic for everyone. So with that, I want to close the sharing for this afternoon.